Hi, hello everyone. In the previous video, we created an online account with IRCC using GCKey. And if anyone missed that video, please check it out later. And in this video today, we will use that account to apply for work permit. So let's get started. Here is a welcome to GCKey, and then you can put your username and password and sign in. And then you just click on the continue, and then if they ask you the questions regarding to the authentication, and then you can continue with by checking your email and get that code and then put it in here, and then you continue, and term you accept, favorite color. And then after checking all the confidential questions and answer, and then you can log into your account. And the account that I created before, it is under the name of John Smith. And in here you can see that is a template, the portal. You screen it down here. You can see I haven't got any application yet. And then here it said start an application, and simply click on the apply to come to Canada, because in this option you will have the work permit. And here the personal checklist, down here you can see your personal reference code to begin with your applications. If you enter that questions and answer in the eligibilities, and then you can see the code. However, in here, assuming that you don't have any code yet, and then you can see determine your eligibility and apply online. And because you apply for a work permit, so you can select for the on the first option, visitor visa, study, and or work permit. You click in here. In this page, you will find out if you are eligible to apply for a work permit based on your answer to each question. And before we go inside the form, I'm kindly asking you to subscribe, like, and share my channel. Thank you so much. And a case studies for today. Applicant is a refugee claimant, got the status as convention refugee, and he is currently living in Canada, and he will need to go to work with the work permit. All right, so stay with me. So in the first questions, what would you like to do in Canada? Of course, you select the work. How long? You can select on temporary, more than 6 months. And remember that if you put less than 6 months, then you don't need to have a medical exam. But for more than 6 months, most likely that you will need to provide the IRCC with medical result. So it's up to you, and it depends on your situations. But in this case, I choose more than 6 months. And select the code. Let's say I'm from Vietnam. My current country of residence is Canada, and I don't have any family member who is a Canadian citizen or permanent resident and is 18 years old. I don't have. And my date of birth, and then next. Answer the questions. Are you PR in the United States? Say no, because I'm not. In this page, you can see some immigration status here in Canada, but I would go with refugee claimant because that is a case study today. However, you can see many other options like student, worker, visitor, or temporary resident permit, or live-in caregiver. So based on your status here in Canada, and then you can select your situations, and then all the steps are the same. So you have to do the eligibility questionnaire, and then after that they can see if you are eligible to apply for a work permit. So in today, it is a refugee claimant, so I just click on the next, and then in here the case study is I have been found to be a convention refugee or a protected person. So selecting on those options, it will decide you have to pay for the fee or not have to pay for the fee. and then you can click on the next. And then what is your marital status, your destinations province, and then here the result is based on information that I provided. The results below indicate that I may be eligible to come to Canada with an open work permit, and then I can click on the continue and then create my personal checklist. Yep. Are you a company family member who has status in Canada? No, I don't have anyone. Travel document, I use passport to come to Canada, and I haven't got any arrested or convicted with any criminal offense in any country, so no. And medical exams, no, I don't have it yet. So if I have a yes, and then I have to answer these questions, like if I work in the health, in the health related work or not, and then I may say no or yes. It depends on your situations. But if you say yes, so most likely that you will need to provide them the IRCC with a medical result in the last 12 months. If you don't have, then you have to make an appointment with the family with physicians assigned by the IRCC to do the upfront medical exam if you don't want to delay the application. So fit into those. Let's say no. Okay, and then do you want to work? I don't want to work in the medical in the health related work. And find down, do you want to submit? No, I want to I submit for myself only, and I don't want to give someone the access to my applications. I'm the owner and I can check it myself. In the past 10 years, the fingerprint, yes, I do the fingerprint. If you don't do the fingerprint, so you will need to provide the biometrics, and then you will need to pay for the fee for that. But in the past 10 years, if you done that biometric already, so no need to worry about that. But so it means yes, I done before. And then digital copy, yes, I can do that. And review my answer, and you can see the answer in here. If you want to revise anything, then you can see that pen in here, and then you can click on each of them and revise it, edit it until you feel that it's the right thing to do with your case. And then you can click on the continue, and then here are the steps: step 1, step 2, step 3, and step 4. And then just continue on that, and then you can see here you go with the checklist, because after entering all your informations, and then you can have the checklist automatically. So first is the form that is mandatory, the application form, the IMM 5710, and then after that it is a supporting document. You need to have a passport, and then you will need to have digital photo, and the optional document it includes the applications for temporary resident visa made outside of Canada, but you are inside Canada, so it is unnecessary. And client's information, I would recommend that you do something on that client's information by giving them, for example, the decisions of refugee claimants, that to prove that you are protected person. And then also for the work permit, if you have the work permit before, and then this time is for the extending the work permit, and then you can give them any ID that you have, like that is the for more information about you. Okay, and here's the fee. The work permit is free, and open work permit is free as well, because the refugee claimant, they don't need to pay. especially for the protected person. They don't need to pay. Remember that you have the biometric done already, so you don't, so the fee is not come up in here. But but in the question you answer that in the past 10 years you haven't done any biometric yet, and then the fee will comes up in here as $85. And then even for the medical exam, if you say yes, I do have the medical exams in the last 2 years, in the last 12 months, and then up here in the supporting document, it will come up with the medical exam to require. And also, if you work in the medical, in the health related work, and then you may need to receive a letter from IRCC and asking you to go to a physician assigned by the IRCC, because that is the panel designated by the IRCC, and then you will need to connect with one of them in your city for your convenience, so that you can do the medical exam. Probably upfront or maybe later when you receive the letter from IRCC. All right, and so that is all the step of getting the document checklist. And then now we will go into the form. So when you see that IMM 5710 in here, you click on that so that we can download the form and fill out the form. Okay, here you go. And in here, you can see that is very common. And then maybe you may want to copy that and then paste it in one of the different browser, internet browser. However, in my case, I just download it, like save it, and then I open the file, and then I can work on the file. So after downloading it and saving it in a folder, and then you can open that by using the PDF file, or maybe any other apps that you can open that form. Okay, and then down here you can see the most updated form, that is IMM in September 2023, and now we have to fill it out, and then after that we can upload it in the system. So in this form, I make up the informations already, and then I fill out the form. The UCI number, you can check it out in your paper from IRCC that provided you with the UCI, and service in probably in English or French if you want to. And number 3, you always check on apply for work permit for the first time or with a new employer. I know even if you are extending a work permit as a refugee, and then you select on that one, on the work permit for the first time or with a new employer. Remember to check on that. The personal detail, you just put the name, and then the nickname if you have, the sex, the date of birth, place of birth, and the country of birth, the citizenship, and then the current country or territory of residence that you are living now. Here is in Canada, and the status is protected person. Okay, but if you are different status, then you can select on different selections from here, from this arrow. Okay, but I'm a protected person, so I select on the protected person. And number 8, the previous country that I've been living in for more than 6 months in the past 5 years. So number 8 is the previous country that I live for more than 6 months during the past 5 years. So I don't have, because I live in a refugee camp in Thailand for 4 months only. So it's not past 6 months, so I don't select on the yes. But if you live in one in a different countries, like for more than 6 months, then you click on the yes, and then you have to put down all the country and status and the durations from here. But I select no. And are you your marital status single? If you are married, and then you can select on the married or divorce or widows or common law. You have to put it in here. And then number 10 is the questions of have you previously been married or in a common law relationship. I select on the no, or maybe in the yes. It depends on the situation. The language, I speak Vietnamese and I'm able to communicate in English. And my passport number is here. The country of issue here and the date of issues. You can see that in your passport. Okay. Number 5. So if you click on, if you enter the passport number, then number 5 and number 6, it will not come up in the form. And next is a national identity document. If you have, then you click on the yes and then you provide them. But if you don't have, then forget about that. USPR card, if you don't have, and then you click on the no. If you have, then yes. And here is a contact information. Number 1, the mailing address. You have to put your mailing address so that later on, at a later date, they will send you the work permit if it is approved. Okay. And then number 2, that is a residential address. If it is the same, then click on the yes. If no, and then you select on the no, and then you put the street number and your the address that they will mail you on here. But to me, in my case, my living address and mailing address are the same. My telephone number in Canada, it is a cell. And then I put the number in here, and then my email address as well, so that they can send me an email. Here the purpose coming into Canada. Number 1, the date and place of my original entry to Canada. I put in here, and then you can put it in exactly like you have in your paper. Number 2, the original purpose of coming to Canada. Like for me, I came as a tourism, or maybe other people, they can come here as a worker, or maybe to study or family visit. It depends on your situation. Okay, so to me it's tourism. And then number 3, the date and place of the most recent entry to Canada. If it is not the same as original one, if it's the same, then no need to. Not the same, then I put it in here. Okay. Number 4, provide the document number, like visitor records or study permit or work permit or temporary resident permit issued to you. To me, it is visitor records number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whatever they have it in your visitor records or study permit, you put it in here. Okay. The next one is details of intended work in Canada. And remember that we are in the case study is the applicant is a protected person and apply for an open work permit. Okay. And then the details of the prospective employer, I don't have anything, so I put it as here as NA, right, not applicable. Number 2, address, I don't have, so NA. Number 3, intended locations of employment in Canada. You can put your province and the city and the address. If you don't have an address, then you put NA. Number 4, occupations in Canada. I don't know. I don't know about the job title yet, so I put it as an A. And brief descriptions of the duties, like I don't know yet, but any type of job is fine with me. But you know about the job title that you want to do in Canada, then you can put it here. For example, if you want to be a teacher, and then you put it as teacher, and then you put here as a brief description of the duty, like teaching the kids ABCD. Okay, so whatever you list the duty in here. Number 5, durations of expected employment. It must be after the date of these applications. Okay, and then in my case I put it is I put the date from June 1st 2024 for 2 years until June 1st 2026. Number 7, if you have been issued the certificate in Quebec, so no, and no, no, no. The information next is the education part. The post-secondary educations I don't have, so I put no. If you have, then you can click on the yes, and then you can put all the informations about your about your college or university in here. But in my case, I select no. And next is the employment part. I can put in the past 10 years. For example, like from 2018 until 2020, I'm in Vietnam and I have no job at all. I have no job. And then I put it here, and then 2020 I came to Canada, and until now 2024 I have no job either. Then I put it an A and A. If you have a job title, and then you can put in the activities, like the job title and the company and the city and the country and the province. Okay, so everything here need to be correct. And the next one is the background information. Number 1, it is medical. Like they ask you, in the last 2 years, you or family member had tuberculosis of the lungs or have been close contact with a person with tuberculosis. And then if yes, yes, or no, no, depend on you. Okay. To me, I select all of the no. And then number 2, they ask if you remain in Canada beyond the validities of your status. And then I select all of the no in here. So it means that everything is good to me. Remember that number B, okay? Have you ever been refused a visa or permit? If you have, then you have to click on here, yes, and then in here you have to explain why you were denied the entry, or you were ordered to leave Canada or any other country of territory. Okay, so whatever you have the yes, and then you put an explanation down here in the box. But for now, today, I just click on the no because everything is clear to me. Number 3, the criminal. I have no criminal at all. But if I have, and then I have to explain in this little box. Okay, so no. Okay, the military. They ask, did I serve in the military before? And then I click on the no. If yes, and then I explain in here. Okay, but if I don't have, then I click on the no. And then number 5, the questions, am I a member, a political party, or any other group or organization engaged in or advocated violence? My answer is no. And number 6, witness or participated in the ill treatment of prisoner or civilian, looting, or yeah, so the answer is no. And then after that, I have to click on here the signature part. The question here, do you consent to be contacted by the IRCC in the future? Okay, you can select on the yes or on the no, but I'm okay with that. Signature of the applicant, you don't need to sign, but you can type your name in here, John Smith, and then the date that you signed this paper. And then after that, you have to validate the form like this. So if everything is good, it will generate the barcode like this. If you don't see the barcode, and then it means that you have to redo or revise or enter, think it again about like what it is, like where you are missing the information. For example, in here, For example, if you don't put any, like, want your service in any language, and then in here you can see the validated as no, and then it will comes up with the red box. It means that you have to correct the form. Okay, like let's say if I try to validate, and then it will comes up with a message: applicant application details must be contain a value I want. Number 2, I want service in, and then if I click on the no, yes, and then come up here, you will see the box, the red box in here, and then you can select on the English, on the language, and then after that you validate again the form again to get the barcode. So everything is good now. So you have to do that until you get the barcode, and then you see the yes, validated, and then all is good. You save it and then get it ready to upload it in the system. Okay, so let's go back to that online account. That is the main portal, and you can see the application forms and supporting documents and optional documents and fees in here. Look at the details. If you see not provided, it means that you haven't uploaded anything in the system yet. So in here, down here, you can see upload the file, and let's click on the file and then upload it. Okay, so remember that if you haven't provided, and then the message will come up in the details here as not provided, not provided, not provided, not provided. Okay, and let's provide them with the file, the IMM 5710 that we just done. Okay, just click on the upload the file, and then you will choose in here, permit here, and then we upload the file. Okay, so the file, when the file is here, it will say success uploading file, and then you return to the documents in here, see uploaded, and then after that you do the supporting documents the same, like uploading the passport and upload the digital photo. Okay, so we can go together now. You upload the file, choose the file, and put that and upload, and you return to your document. So it's all good for that passport. And now let's go to digital photo. Upload the file by choosing the file, photo, and then upload, and return to your document. So in here, good, good. And then this one is optional document, not provided the schedule one, and not provided the client's information. As I said, for example, if you have notice of decision, then you can put it down here. Okay, let's click on that. Put the file and return to my document. Okay, and then when everything's here is good, and then you can click on the next. So here you can see your declarations and electronic signature, the required document checklist. So it has everything that you have for them for the IRCC in here. And then down here you can type I agree, John Smith, and then security questions, and then after that you click on the sign. So after you sign, and then it will bring you to this page, the signature, so that you can review the required document checklist. That is all you have for submitting the application to IRCC. With the fees and the privacy note, you need to read all those, and it applies to everyone. Okay, and then of course you agree, and then the signature, and then all of those is not submitted yet. You have to submit by clicking it on the transmit, and then when you click on means that you submit the applications, and all you need to do is waiting for a confirmation letter from the IRCC, send it to your email. For the purpose of demonstrations for today, I will have to stop from here. However, when you transmit the applications, it means that you submit the applications, and the next page it will comes up like this photo, as you can see in the photo. Okay, so that is all for today, and I hope that everyone who submit the work permit applications can receive the approval very soon. Thank you and have a good day. Bye.